Hi fellow makeup fiends. So today I've got a mini Sephora haul for you. I got my email about my birthday treat and there was something that I wanted to try, so I did place a very small order, and I did pick up a few other little things that I wanted because I'd been kind of looking at them and thinking, do I want it, do I not, and I kind of eventually took the plunge. They're very cheap items, but I decided I want them to complete my makeup bag, which I'm also going to show you today because it's a video that I've never done. And we'll get to that in a second because I'll start blathering on about that and then you know what I'm like, I'm a real waffler. Anyway, I'm going to show you the blush. I got a Kat Von D blush because I'm so impressed with her products at the moment. The packaging is really pretty and it's just got this little button you kind of press in and then it releases the lid. And I got the colour Bellissima and it's this beautiful peach colour and it's what I've got on today. It's really gorgeous. I really love it. It's very pigmented. And it's very pretty. That is the swatch there. And that's just one swipe. It's really beautiful, very fresh sort of peach colour, and I really like it. So I'm very impressed with that so far, although I've only used it once. It's very pigmented and I really like a pigmented sort of blush. So I'm very excited to try that, and I would definitely get more in the future. And then my birthday treat that I got the NARS Beauty Insider. It just says on the top, happy birthday, 1 year bolder, and it's a Sephora Beauty Insider gift, and you get 2 lipsticks, a velvet matte and a satin lip. The satin lip has got a funny name, it's Ryukyuan, and the red is called Cruella. So you get 2 little mini NARS lip pencils, which I've never tried because I think NARS is quite expensive, and although yes, MAC is expensive, I have had the chance to go to a MAC counter and swatch things and look at things. I don't have a NARS counter near me, so I have no idea what their products are like, so I'm a bit nervous to just kind of order something because I did get an eyeshadow stick once and I was very disappointed with it. So these are the little itty bitty pencils. They're actually quite a good size really when you look at how much product you get there. It's actually quite big really. So Ryukyuan, again, very name, sorry if I'm brutalising that name. It's a satin and it's really nice. It's a very pinky glossy sort of nude colour, so I'm quite excited about that one. Something a bit different from what I'm normally wearing. And Cruella, oh my goodness, I love the name of this. Let's start with that. I love anything Disney, and it's just the most insanely beautiful red. That is Cruella. It's beautiful. It is, you can see, very matte and velvety looking. If I like this, then if that was to run out, I'd get a full size if it's not like a limited edition thing. The Ryukyuan, not quite so much me, I don't think, but I'll give it a go and see. Yes, so very exciting because I think that they're actually really decent sized products. In fact, let's see, I've got an Urban Decay one here, which is full size. And if you put them side by side, yeah, there's not a lot of difference in what you're getting. So that's actually quite interesting. So that's good. I like them. And they were free. So even better. And if that's Cruella on the front, it's stunning. It's a very cute little gift, so I'm very excited about that. And then I got a couple of things which are actually in the makeup bag. So I will show you them in a second. And I also did get a couple of things from Superdrug. I got my Dream Satin Liquid Maybelline foundation and I've just run out of one, and I do have other foundations in the drawer to use, but they are sealed, so they are perfectly fine. Foundation can last a long time as long as it's not open. So they're in the drawer, but they're normally $7.99 each, but it was 2 for $10, so I just thought, oh, I'm going to get them because I absolutely love the Dream Satin Liquid. It's amazing foundation, such a beautiful finish, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. So I did pick up 2 of those. And I picked up this to try. It's the Beauty UK Ultimate Contour Palette. I have been looking at this for a while, and it's kind of got this drawn on the back that kind of illustrates what you're supposed to do. And the first colour is Contour. So step 1 is Contour, step 2 is Bronze, and step 3 is Highlight. And these are cream products. So I thought that was quite interesting because I really like Hollow from Illamasqua. And that is actually out of the Aura palette. I can just grab it. But it's actually a cream pigment, I think. And I actually have ordered that full size. So I do have that in the drawer because it's amazing, and I've never used a cream contour before. So because I tried a cream contour in the Illamasqua Aura palette, I just took the plunge and decided to get this because I thought, well, I've tried it and I like it. So yeah, so that's what this looks like. And I'll give a little swatch of the colours. Contour, bronze, highlight. I like that the contour is quite cool toned. And there you go. So contour, bronze and highlight. I think the bronze is very orangey. I don't know if I would use that to bronze. I may. That's something that I actually forgot to do when I did this look. I was going to use a little bit of bronze. I might do that in my next look. Anyway, the highlight is just kind of, it doesn't seem to have much of a sheen. So I think it's a matte sort of highlight. I can't see anything of a sheen on it. It barely shows up on my skin tone though, so please do not quote me on that. Let's do another swatch. Barely got a sheen, so quite interesting. Might be quite nice stippled. I will try this in my next Get Ready With Me video that I'm probably going to film at the weekend, so I will get views up on this and let you know what I think of it. But yeah, I wanted to show you that, but that was actually from Superdrug and it was reduced to £4 or something like that online, so that's where I got that from. But this one piece of hair that just will not do anything that it's told to. So, on to my makeup bag. Now, I will be honest and say to you, on a daily basis when I go out, I do not carry a makeup bag. It's just not me. I'll tend to put in a lip product, but I never carry my MAC lipsticks out because they're too expensive. I don't want to lose them. So I tend to carry a lip product with me. Just something that I can use, like a Rimmel lipstick or a Revlon or something like that. Just something quite cheap that is a similar colour to what I've got on. So I've got a red on, I'll pick a red one and I'll take that with me. And then I'll take a pressed powder and that is it. If I can powder my nose and I can reapply my lipstick, that's all I need to do throughout the day. I use primers, I use setting sprays, and my foundation never budges, and generally I'm pretty okay for everything else. So just if I've eaten and I've been drinking and the lipsticks come off, I like to reapply, and I do tend to get oily around the nose area. So I like to have a bit of powder. But I decided I should have a little bit of a makeup bag set up because sometimes with my work I might have a meeting like later on in the day, or I have something on the evening to go to after work, and I just kind of want to have something where I can kind of reapply. Now I forgot to bring them with me right here, but I have this little pack of wipes that I carry. They're just sort of handy wipes for children, and they're just the very small packets. I always carry a packet of those in my bag regardless, because I'm not exactly a clean freak, but I do like to know that I've got a wipe and I can kind of freshen up my hands or freshen up throughout the day. So I always carry those. So I decided to put together this makeup bag of things that I think would essentially do a whole face, and I'd have everything with me. And so I've got a couple more things in here that I ordered with the Kat Von D blush from Sephora to show you. And this is actually the Sephora makeup bag that I showed in my last Sephora haul. So it's a really lovely sturdy bag. I like that it's clear, you can kind of see what's going on inside. And enough chatter, I'm going to get on and I'm going to show you what is in the bag. So I carry with me this amazing lipstick by Diego Della Palma. Might need my glasses. And this actually came from the Snow White and the Huntsman palette. And it is called Rosetta Rosso, or just called Red Lipstick, number 200. But yeah, this came from the palette, Diego Della Palma. And I absolutely love this red. It's super, super bright, it's gorgeous, and it's very opaque. So that's a really nice one if I want that splash of really bright colour. I also carry this that I got in a glossy box, which is the Jelly Pong Pong, and this is Irish Cream Pavlova Lip Frosting. So I like in a makeup bag to have lots of mini sort of products because you can get so much more in. And this is just kind of a creamy sort of lip product, and it's got some colour to it. So you can actually wear it on its own. It's just if you don't really want to put on like a full like lip of colour. Like, I'll put a bit on. So as you can see, it just gives a little bit of colour. It's just kind of, you don't want to put lipstick on, you just want to have a bit of colour and a little bit of like a glossy finish. Then that's really nice to put on. And it's not sticky, it's really nice. So I put that in. I've also put a blush in from number 17, and I picked out Plum Puff because it's a really nice neutral pink sort of colour and it just goes with everything. So I put that in, and then I put the Clinique brush that I got with the highlighter in because it's a retractable one, but it's like a blush brush. So it's really good to put your blush on with, and it retracts and it just stops makeup from getting all over your, you know, all over your makeup bag really, because your bristles are, you know, you can put a dirty brush back into a bag and it kind of goes everywhere. You don't get that with that. I also have in here the IDB, which is actually from a Mimi box. And it has no colour, it's got a slight lavender hint I would say maybe. And it's basically just a blotting sort of translucent powder, kind of mops up oil. And it's just really perfect, and it's just quite a nice little compact size. It's not too big, so that's really handy. I also have an eyeshadow kit that I was going to get rid of, but I decided not to, and it's by Pop. And it's called the Lid Bronzer. And it's got some really nice colours in it, some kind of browny colours and stuff. But what's really great about it is that the colours at the end, you can kind of just take a blend of them together. And they actually make a really nice sort of highlight. I don't know if you're going to be able to see, I've swatched it in such an awkward place. I don't know if you can see. But they make a really lovely glowy sort of highlight. So I kind of thought with the blush brush, you could even put a powder highlight and have something to do with your eyes. So I thought that was quite nice. And then I have this little brow kit from So Susan. I actually got this in a, I think it was a Love Me Beauty box. It's even got like the little brush in there. And those are the colours, which are very good for me. So I just thought that was quite nice, and it's quite a compact little size. The next thing, I got this little empty Sephora pot. So this is actually what I got with the blusher. And I love it. It says Sephora. And then it's got like lots of place names on it. Los Angeles, anything else I can read? Milan, Paris, stuff like that. And in here, which I can also use the blush brush for, is the Ben Nye Neutral Set Powder. I love a neutral set. Sometimes I like to put this all over my face before I actually start putting anything on top of it. It just almost sort of acts as a sort of a powder primer. So that's what I have that for, and it's also quite nice over the top of makeup as well, because obviously it's neutral set, it has no colour to it whatsoever. It's really great, and it's just so finely milled. These powders from Ben Nye are just so fantastic. I don't know if I can show you. That's what that looks like. And I haven't filled it, I just kind of put a little bit out of my container into there. But I might get a couple more of these pots because they're really useful for that kind of thing, because the Ben Nye, they tend to come in the little, sometimes in the bottles with the lids, and they're just not very convenient to use. So I think that the next time I do place a Sephora order, I just pop a couple of them in, because I think they were about £2, so they were really cheap. I also have got a little sample of the BB cream by Rimmel. I'm not a Rimmel girl, I don't really like Rimmel, but I do like this. This is in light and it's the matte one. And it's a brand new one. These little samples are just fantastic. I always put this on before my foundation, and if I was just going to go out after work, I'd probably just put the neutral powder on first, then put this on, and then I'd just work with it from there. I don't think I would need anything more, because I find that's really great coverage on its own. I have a mirror, and it's white with a black paint splash. It's just a mirror, but it does light up, which is really useful. That's a nice size mirror as well. Next I've got two eyeshadows that I got in my glossy box by Emite. This one is Necked, and this one is really nice. It's got a bit of shimmer to it. It's really nice as a highlight. So I could put this on my inner eye corner, or on my brow, or as a base for shadows, and it's just really, really lovely. So I got that one, and I thought that was really useful to carry around. And then Dams is the black, which is really great to do lining with, and it is really nicely pigmented as well. Kind of running out of places to swatch now, but that's it there. And I thought if I wanted to do like a little bit of just powder along the eye line, along the lash line, just to kind of make the lashes look a bit thicker at the base and just to smoke it out and give it a gentle sort of look, that's a really nice product for that. Then I have got my sample of Hoola bronzer, which I got in one of those little benefit kits that you can get where you get 3 things. I can't remember exactly what was in, but that is Hoola, which is really nice for bronzing, but I probably, if I was out and about and I was needing to put makeup on, I'd use that to contour. So it's quite useful. I really like all these little things. And then to go with that, I just, one of the brushes out of one of the Benefit boxes of powder, which has got a bit of powder in it, look. one of those little ones because that's perfect to do a contour with, so they work together really well. Then I've got a little mini high beam if I wanted to use a liquid highlight, because I do quite like high beam. And I've also got a lipstick by Gosh. I've not used this because I got this at my stash, but this is the most famous one. I think it's 134 Darling, which is just a lovely nude. It's looking a bit more nude there, but it is more of a pinky nude. It's more like that when it's on. So that was just my favourite go-to lipstick. It's all I wore for years. It was the only colour I ever wore. Could you believe it? I have a little brush that I got from TK Maxx, which is used with Hoola if I wanted to, a bit of bronzing around the temples and things, because I didn't want to use like a mini blush brush. This is more fluffy and it would get a more blended out finish. I also have Benefit's Cha Cha Tint, another little mini, just in case I wanted a peach sort of blusher. So I just, rather than just have just one pink blusher. I also have a little mini Bad Gal Lash by Benefit. So a mascara. I have a mini Urban Decay eye primer, just perfect little size to put into your bag, because you can get so much more in your bag when you use like little mini things. And then I have a little mini Urban Decay liner in the colour Bourbon, which is just a nice brown. And then I have Zero, which is another one of those little mini eyeliners. They come in your eye palettes. They used to put them in everything. So I've got loads of these. And then this is the other thing that I got from Sephora. It's actually like a little thing that goes on the end of your eyeliner, and it just goes straight onto the end. And when you take the little lid off, you've actually got a sharpener in there, which I thought would be really useful for a makeup bag, so you'd always have a sharpener just in case your eyeliner was blunt. And then I got this, oh, and I think that was about £2 as well. They were just so cheap, these things with the Sephora brand. And then I got this, and I think it was originally for sale for about £20, and I ended up getting it for £3.50 in the sale. And it's this brush by Sephora. And it's amazing. It totally takes me back to being a child and having those pencils where it had loads of colours and you kind of stack them up, because this is a stackable magnetic brush. So when you take the lid off, you have got the first one, and it does tell you what they are and it shows you the shape. So the first one I've got at the top is the crease. So just to kind of do sort of a cut crease. And as you can see, they're highly magnetised. I really like it. And the next one is just a sponge, which I haven't used for years, but I would use it, you know, it doesn't matter. They do work really well. Then you have got the smudge. So it's a tiny little smudger, which is really great for smudging along the lash line and underneath. And I'd also maybe do brow highlight with that, because it's, you know, it's quite small. Then you've got the liner brush, which is great for brows, but it's great for doing liner. So I just thought for £3.50, it's a really unique idea, and it's just one brush, but it's got like 4 brushes in there. So it's a real multitasking sort of brush, and I just think it's really cute. It's got the little different brush heads on there, and it says Sephora. And I just thought for £3.50, there's absolutely no way that I'm not putting that in my trolley, my basket, because I just thought it was really unique, and I think it's a clever idea. And it's very strongly magnetised, so it's not going to pull apart. And the other thing is, because it's got lids on, again, you've got that thing where you can use them. You might not be able to clean them, but you'll be able to put the lid on, and then your makeup won't get over everything else in your bag. And that is it. So there is a lot that I've just took out of that bag, but because I've utilised those little mini gifts that you can get, because these little Benefit things, these came with a magazine. The So Susan's quite small anyway. The Hoola was part of a Benefit gift set. I don't know if that's the size of the Jelly Pong Pong, but that was a glossy box item. And then the retractable brush, I might not have used that in my collection because I've got brushes that I use for, you know, highlight and blush, so it utilises that. And then the little mini sample of BB cream, which is handy just to toss in there. Just lots of small size things that really, they work really well, and they go into this bag, which would go quite nicely in my handbag. Yes, so I hope that's been interesting for you. So that's it for today's video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe as always. I'm going to love and leave you there and see you all soon. I've been Spacey's #1 girl, and this is the colour of my kiss.